her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూజెర్సీ కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27 నుంచి మే 29 వరకు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. మత్తెక్కించే మాటలు, ఆకట్టుకునే ఆటలు, పల్లవించే పాటలు,
కన్నులాంటి కన్నులన్న చిన్నులాంటి పిల్ల ఐ లవ్ యూ హారిక నీ ప్రేమకే జోహారిక,
రూతలూగించే నృత్యాలు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి ప్రత్యేక ఆకర్షణగా నిలవనున్నాయి. రసమయి బృందం జానపదాలు, పల్లె పదాలతో అలరించనుంది. మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి సుమా రవి తమ యాంకరింగ్ తో మరింత ఆకర్షణ తీసుకురానున్నారు. రాక్ స్టార్ దేవిశ్రీ ప్రసాద్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ప్రముఖ గాయని గీతామాధురి, గాయని గాయకుల బృందం సంగీత విభావరి వీణుల విందుగా వినిపించనుంది. సుస్వరాల సునీత గానం మరో ప్రత్యేకం. కప్రిషియో బ్యాండ్ బాజా మోగనుంది. ఈవెంటులో నవ్వులు రువ్వే అదిరే అభి, రాకెట్ రాఘవ, జబర్దస్త్ కామెడీ షో స్పెషల్ అట్రాక్షన్. కమనీయంగా రమణీయంగా యాదాద్రి కళ్యాణం నిర్వహించనున్నారు. టీటీఏ స్టార్ హంటుతో పాటు ప్రేక్షకులకు కనువిందు చేసే ఎన్నో ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు మీకోసం. మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ అందరికీ సాదర స్వాగతం పలుకుతోంది. For more details, please visit www.ttaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
TV Asia Telugu ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ hello and welcome back to our talk show with experts. And మనతో మన expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show today, Andy.
Thanks for inviting me.
This program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits, a home to the top 1% scores. They're offering 2 weeks of free SAT prep for high school and for middle school students. A opportunity miss chekandi. Please visit the website for more details on the sign-up process. The program has been supported by movers.com and Malabar Jewelers. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BPTV and Dish Network. All right, coming to the topic for the day. Always coming up with some dhamakeda topics, Rahul garu. And this time it's about the director of USCIS. M. Jadau. I hope I'm not butchering her name. And about how many employment based green cards she will waste this fiscal year. So another explosive topic as always. So tell us a little more about your thoughts, Rahul Garu.
First of all, I want to address your word butchering, though. I don't know about whether you butchered her word or not, but she's definitely butchering Indians.
Oh.
I mean, if you look into the stats, though, which they released in the first quarter of this year, fiscal year, which ended in December 31st of 2021, we had 290,000 green card applications, 140,000 which were been allocated, 150,000 that came because of the COVID and not utilizing the family immigration. So we got 150,000 of 290,000. Now, each quarter, if they were to adjudicate this application, that would be approximately, I'm not a good mathematician though, because that's the reason I became a lawyer. I mean, if you're smarter, you become a doctor or an engineer. If you're not good in mathematics, you become a lawyer. That's the tradition in India, so I'm not. But out of the 290,000 though, she should at least adjudicate 70,000 green cards every quarter.
Okay.
In the first quarter, she adjudicated 33,000 green cards though.
Oh, wow.
If she goes in the same pace of adjudication though, initially, many times, many places in the Twitter, in the statements that she's making, in the announcements that she's making, initially at the beginning of the year, I'm speaking of October, November, and December of 2021, which is a fiscal year beginning first quarter, she said that she expects to use the complete 290,000 green cards.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if I were to extrapolate the 33,000 green cards that have been approved in the employment base, though, that's going to come out to be approximately around 130,000 green cards. That's less than 140,000 that is originally allocated to the employment base. Yeah. Forget about the 150,000 that have been added to this one.
Yeah.
Now, because of a lot of people's efforts, especially from Tvasia and your efforts and Tvasia or management efforts, people were able to write plenty of letters. We got response from the Department of State. They got very frustrated with it. Out of the, I think it's about 1,200 emails that they received at that point of time, and we told our audience to write letter, 800 came from our drafting though.
Oh, wow.
And of course, they didn't positively acted. At the same time, we requested a lot of the audiences to write letters to the USCIS directors and the congressmen though. Definitely it yielded result. In the last quarter of 2022, which actually ends on September 30th, a fiscal year though. Okay. In the last quarter, they adjudicated more than what they adjudicated the first 3 quarters.
Okay.
So I am hoping that now we caught up this a little bit early. Previously, we caught up in June, July, but we caught up this a little bit early. We are urging our people to write letters. Some of them acted. Thank you very much for them. Some of them didn't act. I expect everybody, even if you don't belong to India, you don't want green card to be just wasted, guys. I mean, that's inhumane. And this is going to affect Indians much more than any other nationals, because the priority date movement will not be that much as we go in the coming years. Only for these years we'll have. If we don't get the green card by the time these extra green cards are gone, because if they don't adjudicate this application by September 30th of 2022, what happens to this extra 150,000 green cards? Kaboom! They won't stay at all. Not only the 100, and at the pace that they are going, not only this extra 150,000 green cards, they may be wasting the original 140,000 green cards. So we urge all the people to write letters. The draft of the letters were being provided by the Tvasia. Please keep writing. Now, if I were to go with the mathematics, they are going to waste 150 or 160,000 green cards this year.
Wow.
That's the mathematics though. Now, if you guys are going to keep writing letters, then the wastage may be at a minimum. Now, having said that, the first quarter, she has been telling that she is going to utilize the entire 290,000. Recently in her statements, though, she now changed to, they expect to utilize a significant amount of green cards, though. Remember last year at this point of time, somewhere in June, July, we kept on pushing. We wrote the letters to this Department of State. Then they came out with the figure called 100,000 green card wastage, which we already predicted that at the pace at which they're going, it's going to be more than 100,000. But anyway, it come down to almost 100,000, almost 60, 70,000 green cards wastage was done. After they put the statement of 100,000, we wrote the letters. That's when people got panicked, and the wastage was 60, 70,000. Now, I'm predicting that unless our guys are going to write letters to the congressman, write letters to the USCIS director, write letters to the USCIS ombudsman, the Department of Homeland Security ombudsman, the wastage of the green card will be anywhere between 150,000 to 160,000.
Wow.
So when we are taking the callers, when we are taking the questions, I appreciate Nitya Garu to try to promote the people who are writing letters to these congressmen. I would appreciate, because that's the only way we can do our duty to prevent it.
Yeah, no, I agree, Andy. So Rahul Garu, what has been the change in her narrative as to why there has been this, drastic drop in the numbers than what she claimed initially?
She's clueless, though.
Okay.
Absolutely clueless, though. When the priority dates are getting moved, though, the USCIS will have a word with the Department of State. Both of them will try to move the dates, though. I don't know whether these people live in the Mars. According to me, though, the State Department lives in the Mars and the USCIS Department lives in the Venus. At that point of time last year, that means when September 2020, when they were supposed to pass, they all of a sudden said, okay, we don't see much I-140s in EB3. So let's move EB3 much forward and not much forward for EB2.
True, yeah.
Do they have any, do these people ever speak with an immigration lawyer and ask if your client's EB2 is not current, and if the EB3 is current, what would you do, Rahul? Oops, we will just file an amendment application. We'll just file another I-140 application, not amendment, and file a 485 application.
Right.
I don't have a clue why they are not in touch with the people of this earth. You would call any of our TVSU audiences, they will tell that they're going to file a new application I-140 and file a 485 application. They didn't have a clue. They moved very forward the EB3 and they did not move forward. And of course, they wasted 60, 70,000 green cards because they received all applications at one time. Could they not have moved a little bit each month? Instead of having all applications, they moved all the way to 2010 to 2015, 4 to 5 years of applications in 1 month.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something that could they not have moved like 1 month, 1 year, 1 month, 1 year, 1 month, 1 year? That would have been, they would have easily processed those applications rather than you have all this heap of applications that came in. It took 4 months for them to receive the receipt notices. Right. So definitely they are not living in this earth. They have no clue. They should be listening to TV Asia to understand what the practicalities are there. When you move the priority to 2015, everybody's going to file the application. You think so? My clients are going to wait for me. Oh, mine is 2014 December. Let the 2011 guy first file application. No, he's not going to say that. I'm allowed to file the 485. Either you, Rahul, already filed the application or you're fired.
Okay.
And that's what
also, Rahul Garu, just want to clarify, does the current war or even like the Syrian crisis and stuff have any impact on
nothing? No impact at all.
The schedule?
No impact at all.
Okay.
Absolutely no impact at all. Whether or not today the cloudy day, today is a very sunny day for running in Houston has nothing to do. That war is going on somewhere in a different continent, way, way far from there. The USCIS doesn't have any discretion to go there. They're not even taking the guns and going there to defend the Ukraine people.
I'm asking
anyway,
what in terms of filing immigration status for refugees. Is that what is?
That's a completely different department. That has nothing to do with it. Yeah. So this.
So they don't even have an excuse then. You know?
Yeah, they don't have an excuse. COVID is not there. COVID, and then you have the Texas Service Center and Nebraska Service Center is not functioning correctly. And then now she calls and tells, let's move Nebraska Service Center and Texas Service Center to National Benefit Center. Now, here is a problem though. When they are moving the file, an adjudicator have to go through the application, photographs are there, biometrics are being done, final action date is current, I-140 is approved. Then they're going to move that file from Texas and Nebraska to the National Benefit Center, which then in turn move the file to the local office. Maybe it's in New York, maybe it's in Florida, maybe. Now, if the guy is checking all the things, the guy knows that I-140 underlying is approved, final action date is current, biometrics are being done. If he does all those things, why can't this damn guy spend 10, 15 more minutes and adjudicate this application?
Yeah, exactly.
So they are moving at a pace of 1,000 applications every year. And when I look into the stats, though, there are 190,000 applications pending with Texas Service Center and Nebraska Service Center, according to their report, though. It's going to take 180 weeks. God knows how much it is. 180 weeks is what? Almost 3.5 years to move these applications. By that time, our numbers are going to die down. We will only get 10,000 numbers every year. And that will be just the applications that we have pending there. To get those things adjudicated because of the priority date, it's going to be 15 to 20 years for us to get the green card, though. So I don't know where she's living, and I appreciate all of you guys because I'm explaining all those things. If I'm doing anything wrong, you let me know. We have drafted the letters. Please write to your congressman, and please let us know what your congressman asked you. What is he telling to do, though? Especially in the delays of the immigration, the second letter that we approved, the delays, ask your congressman, ask your things, what they have responded so that other people will be encouraged.
Yeah, and even if you aren't able to get on a call, do leave the comments on the live chat as well, as to what the responses were, or if there's some feedback that you could think could be useful for us. So that way, at a later point, we can also go through those and then see what has been done in those terms. All right, guys. Before we start taking our callers and our questions, I want to just take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in just a minute. Thank you.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూజెర్సీ కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27 నుంచి మే 29 వరకు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. మత్తెక్కించే మాటలు, ఆకట్టుకునే ఆటలు, పల్లవించే పాటలు,
కన్నులాంటి కన్నులున్న జిన్నులాంటి పిల్ల ఐ లవ్ యూ హారిక, నీ ప్రేమకి జోహారిక,
రూతలూగించే నృత్యాలు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి ప్రత్యేక ఆకర్షణగా నిలవనున్నాయి. రసమయి బృందం జానపదాలు, పల్లె పదాలతో అలరించనుంది. మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి సుమా రవి తమ యాంకరింగ్ తో మరింత ఆకర్షణ తీసుకురానున్నారు. రాక్ స్టార్ దేవిశ్రీ ప్రసాద్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ప్రముఖ గాయని గీతామాధురి గాయని గాయకుల బృందం సంగీత విభావరి వీణుల విందుగా వినిపించనుంది. సుస్వరాల సునీత గానం మరో ప్రత్యేకం. కప్రిషియో బ్యాండ్ బాజా మోగను.
All right, folks, welcome back. Sorry for the trouble. Guys, we were just addressing some technical issues. Now we have our frames and our names in the right order. So we're back right now. All right. Without further delay, let's take our caller, Andy. Let's take our first caller for the day. Okay, let's see who that is. Caller with phone number ending in 7048. We ready for you? Hello?
Yeah, hello,
Hello, sir?
hello,
sir. Cheppandi. Please go ahead.
hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Hi, my name is Subramaniam, Subbu.
Hello, sir.
This is regarding for my H4, my dependents. So actually I filed for my family H4, H4 and H4 extension in September, September end. So the situation is like I got filed and my H1B is approved and
Of course.
for 2024 September. Then in they after filed October end, they traveled to India. They left US and they came back on March. Now they came back. And now I saw in USCIS case, I have 4 applications. It looks like my wife and my 2 kids and my 1 H4 EID. And at the time I filed for my H4 extension, for my kid's name was wrong actually. Both names they mentioned as my wife's name only. But then they left, I was not worried about that. Then I was simply quiet. And I saw April 15th, my wife's case, it is showing like RFE. So is this, now my wife and my kids, everybody have H4 stamped until 2024 September. So is this I need to react for this H1, H4 extension?
Look into the RFE. Look into the RFE. First of all, you don't have the RFE yet, but they may have issued an RFE saying, hey, your wife already got the H4. Why do you need the H4 again? That may be the reason. But irrespective of, you will be fine. I'm not expecting any problem because if it's denied also, she will not have any negative impact. If it's approved also, she will not have any negative impact because you told me that H4 is stamped until 2024. She has a valid identity for until 2024. Okay?
Yes.
We'll go to the next caller.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
one
calling.
more question. Yeah, how can I get my H4 EID? Is this any other way?
When is her EAD expired?
It got expired in same like 2021 October 10th.
So
So
she
now
filed
already.
she's crossing the 6 months right now, is that right? On a H
correct.
on the EAD extension. There is nothing you can do. You just have to wait for the EAD to be approved. Okay?
Oh,
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Let's take our next caller. In the meantime, I have a question, and this is an anonymously posted question. Rahul Garu says, this week in April of 2022, our 485 status changed to card being produced. However, our priority date for EB3 has retrogressed since November of 21. Should I follow up with USCIS or am I free to flip burgers?
We have noticed, you need to see in the green card approval though, if it is going to be does it say E26, E27 for your spouse, or does it say E36 or E37 though? Because even though you may have filed a downgrade application though, they may look into the EB2 application, might have approved. There are sometimes what they're doing is that if your current application is with EB3 with a particular company and you have some EB2 approval with some other company under EB2 also, they are still approving it based on the old employer. I don't know what logic they have on it. So if you have ever have a EB2 approval before and it says EB2, you seems to be fine. But if you never had an EB2 approval though, I definitely recommend that you contact a lawyer before you start flipping a burger.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
Or a Microsoft CEO.
Or a Microsoft CEO, yes. All right. Let's take our next caller. A caller with phone number ending in 6766. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hi, Rahul. Hello.
Hello, sir?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you. Please go ahead. Uh-oh. Sir, I think you put yourself on mute. Hello?
Yeah. Can
Go
you hear
ahead,
me?
sir. Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon. My age-out son was in final year and he was supposed to be graduating this, but because his F1 is not approved, so he is taking other courses so that he remain in the college, and he will be able to complete his graduation next summer, not semester, but next spring, because the classes pending for the graduation is only available next year. So is it advisable to go in premium now when it starts?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You never know if you don't do premium when your F1 is going to be approved. So if you're going to think that he's going to graduate in, let's say, in December, what if it takes more than December? Then he won't be eligible for the OPT. So I would definitely go for premium once the premium has been installed.
Okay. He will be graduating next May.
You can wait for about a couple of months if you want to. If it's December, I will do it right now. If it's May, you can wait for a couple of months.
Okay. And because my second son is also in the pipeline, he will be aging out next year in Feb. So is it advisable for him also to get he will be in the third year.
Yeah, if he's graduating in February of 2023, though, did you already not filed F1 visa yet?
No. He will be aging out in February 23, and he will be graduating in 25.
Okay, but did you already filed the F1? You should file the F1 right now. You can avoid the the premium processing fees if you file it right now. You may be able to. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. We'll go to next
any update on the any update on the law front?
With regards to the act, illegal act, I guess that's the word that has been used. It is just passed through the House of in the House, in the Judiciary Committee. It's going to put in the floor, the House, which I'm expecting it to be passed in the lower house. But when it comes to the Senate, that's a gamble. When it comes to the Senate, I will contact you at that point of time. Please watch, and we should write the letters at that time. I don't want people to write the letters right now because it's going to go at the bottom of the file. But if you write when the things are hot, it's going to go at the right time. So keep watching TV Asia, and we will let you know. Right now, it passed through the Judiciary Committee. It is in the House. House is going to be passed, so I don't want to put a lot of efforts on it right now. It's going to be passed anyway, so I just wait until it hits Senate floor. Okay? We'll go to the next
Thank
call.
you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller and question for you. But before we go to the questions, again, thanks to a lot of our viewers who are confirming that they've written letters to their senators and to the PAs. So we really appreciate your effort as well. One such viewer is Uma Girish, who's written letters. All right, she has a question. Says, how is an RFE on a 485 notified? Mail to the applicant or mail to attorney or change in USCIS status page? Why do they send medical RFE even though medicals have been submitted?
First of all, the RFE will be given to the lawyer and to you, both of you. Sometimes it may not come to the individual, but it definitely goes to the lawyer. Okay. Online, it will be reflected that there is an RFE. Now, the question is, why does the medical, they issue an RFE when medicals are submitted? I have no clue. They lose the things. They throw the things. Wife's application goes to one service center. Husband goes to another service center. How are they going to adjudicate? So it happens. When you have submitted the medicals, if an RFE is issued, do not question them. Just submit the medicals again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to question them, you can pay us good amount of money. I won't take the money though, because that's too I will take a lot of money. We'll waste your time. We'll get nothing. Spend the money on the doctor. You'll be much better.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 0927. We're ready for you now. Please press star 6, Andy, to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 0927. Hello? Hello? Please press star 6, Andy, to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 0927. Hello? All right, let's put the caller back on hold. We'll try them again in a little bit. And let's take another caller. Let's try another caller.
I can go with some of the questions.
Yeah, let's go into the questions right now. Swapnil Kharche, again has written letters, says EB2 India concurrent filer to NSC in Feb of 22, priority date is 15th July 2013, I-140 approved, biometrics done in March of 22, eligible for transfer to NBC. If yes, when can I expect it?
They are doing it at a pace of 1,000 applications in a week. So there are 180 to 190,000 applications there. They said they're going to speed up the process. We don't have any more report after that. And would they go on the first filed, first come, first go? No, they don't go that way though. I don't know why they don't do that. So will they go the one that was been recently filed, the one that was been first filed? No, it's just that they will pick the scrap of the papers. Oh, take this up, and then they do. So we have no clue how they will do it. We have noticed that the applications that we filed in October were eligible for the moving to National Benefit Center still have not been moved. And the applications that have been filed recently will be moved. So we don't know when yours will be gone.
Wow, this being
and there is
an employee of USCIS suddenly makes me feel like I'm Superman, and you feel like you have superpowers. You have the ability to just pick anything you want.
That's the reason why I suggested the USCIS director, instead of moving the files, she should have filed the Texas Service Center the director of the Texas Service Center, and she should have filed in Nebraska Service Center. And she should have filed, in this case, you're fired 6 months from now. Guess what? All the applications would have been adjudicated by this time. But she didn't do it. You transferring from one place to another place. I don't have good feeling about this. So there is nothing you can do, sir, for you to move your file. All you can do is write the letter that we have given to you at the bottom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Let's take a caller, Randy. Caller with phone number ending in 0513. We're ready for you. Please press star 6, Randy, to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi, Rahul, and hi, Nitya.
Hello.
So I have a question. Like, my company has filed L1A in December 2020 with porting date of my EB3, which is the same company.
Okay. L1A or EB1C?
Yeah. EB1C, sorry.
Thank you.
EB1C with December 2020 with the priority date of EB3 December 2013.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So, and
wait. You mean to say you didn't file the 485 application under EB3 when it was current?
No. Wow. I've gone for EB1C with the priority date of 2013 of my same company.
Okay. I'm not happy, but keep going.
Okay. So, and I filed my 485 in June 2021, and I got my EAD and AP in January 2022.
What about your I-140 and
my
EB1C?
Still waiting.
Okay. I'm listening. Go ahead with your question.
If 140 is approved, should I stay still 6 more months with the current employer to change the job?
No, sir. If the I-140 is approved, you can change the job, but the next job has to be similar roles in the high-level management. then you will be fine. You don't have to wait for 6 months though. But I don't understand why you did not file the 485 in October of 2020 though. The reason is that
EB1C will be, if we go with that now, it is not correct. No, Rahul.
I know, but the question is that you don't have an I-140 of EB1C. That's my problem. Now, if the EB1C I-140 gets approved, you will be na garka, na gatka.
Okay.
The other thing is that if you would have filed an EB3 application, you could have moved by this time. That's another thing. So definitely, if and when you get the EB3 graduate current, if the I-140 is not approved, I want you to file one more application in EB3. But to answer your question though, yeah, absolutely. You can move as soon as the I-140 is approved. You're under no conditions required to wait for 6 months after the I-140 is approved. Okay? We'll go to the next question.
Because it's not yet approved. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Folks, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
ది ఈవెంట్ లో నవ్వులు రువ్వే అదిరే అభి రాకెట్ రాఘవ జబర్దస్త్ కామెడీ షో స్పెషల్ అట్రాక్షన్ కమనీయంగా రమణీయంగా యాదాద్రి కళ్యాణం నిర్వహించనున్నారు. టీటీఏ స్టార్ హంట్ తో పాటు ప్రేక్షకులకు కనువిందు చేసే ఎన్నో ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు మీకోసం. మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ అందరికీ సాదర స్వాగతం పలుకుతోంది. For more details, please visit www.ttaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు. మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్. $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్. ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti sukumari. Darling, darling, daring, andala rasi, malippuvu, lanti.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు
Welcome back, folks. Let's continue with our callers, Andy. Let's take our next callers and question for you, Rahul Garu. Surabhi Verma says, from your data, are cases that are transferred to field offices processing faster than cases that are originally filed at the field offices?
First of all, for the 485, you cannot file the 485 with the field office. There is no filing. There is no family-based applications filed in field offices. There is no employment-based applications. It has to go to the lockboxes, service centers, and other things. So then they will transfer those applications. So when you see the field office timings, though, it's not that those cases have been filed there. That's been transferred there to them.
Okay, got it. All right, let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 7297. We're ready for you. Caller with phone number ending in 7297. Hello? Star 600 to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 7297. Hello? All right, let's put the caller on hold and we'll try them again.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Rahul Garu, sir. This is my scenario. I have a EB3 AP, so I'm planning to travel to India. In the meantime, I have a EB2 as well as pending. Both are in new application and with the same employer.
So you are, no, wait, do you mean to say you filed the 485 under EB2 also? Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you filed EB3 485, you filed EB2 485. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I have only EB3 AP and EAD card. So if I use EB3 AP, is there any impact for EB2?
We are expecting that there is a 10% chance of risk if you travel on advance parole or use the EAD of the EB3 though. That they may come back and say, yes, buddy, you have used the advance parole of EB3, so we will get stuck with you in EB3. Now, why would I say 10% thing? Have I seen any of these kind of things done by USCIS? Absolutely, I have not. I've seen the people who have done these things before, especially with Chinese nationals. Their EB2 got approved without any problem. I just think there is a slight chance for it. That's the reason I put the 10% there.
Okay. So is it only if I use a main applicant or let's say if I use only for dependent?
Either of those things. You don't want to get the green card without, it will be with either of those people, though, not just only you. Okay? We'll go to the next caller.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling, Adi. Yeah. All right. Let's take our next caller. This is from Venkata. Says, filed EB1C concurrent filing I-140, 485, 765, 131 on Feb 22, including my dependents. Son is turning 21 by December of 23. Is it good to move F1 or wait until decision from USCIS?
They should move him to the F1 if the I-140 is not approved.
Okay.
Because until the I-140 is approved, this kid is not safe. So he is covered under the CSPA as long as the I-140 will get approved, even if the I-140 gets approved after December. But what if the I-140 gets denied? Okay, then this kid will lose the status in December of 2022. So you want to file a F1 visa. I see some of the other questions also in there. People are asking questions. After filing the adjustment of status, can you still file the F1? Can you still get the F1 approval though? Yes, you can. And we have filed several of those things. Not a single case ever got denied. They can still file it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's take a caller. Caller with phone number ending in 4072. We're ready for you. 4072. Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for taking my call, Nitya and Rahul. So here is my case. I have downgraded my application in 2020 and I have got my EAD AP and the date retrogressed. So in February
22?
22, yes. My application moved to NBC. Now my EB2 date is current in March. So I started my upgrade application with EB2, and it reached USCIS on Friday. And Friday I was just trying to see what is my status for my 485. So I saw that I got an RSC. Yeah. I got an RSC. So the RSC is saying that I need to file my 485J with the bona fide job offer or request for job portability. Under the number for the 140 is my EB2 number.
That's good. That's even better.
How do you get it?
That's
now
better though.
It is my amendment, but my EB3 is an amendment.
Whoa.
When they downgraded it, it is an amendment, and now my application for EB2 is in. I did not even get the receipt.
Okay.
So
do one thing.
The RFE they have sent is in pink color. Pink color.
Got it.
Is the color of the page.
This is what the reason I was very happy for you at that point of time was RFE for 485 is a good indication that they are adjudicating your application though. You filed an I-140 again, is that right? Right now, I-140 EB2. As soon as you get the receipt notice, as soon as you look, the check has been cashed, convert into premium processing. Get the I-140 approval in EB2, and then respond to the 485J supplement with the EB2 I-140 approval.
Okay.
You want to give a very easy opportunity. You have to make everything ready. You have to put the plate, you have to arrange the curries, you have to arrange the rice in the proper order so that the officer can eat. Okay. If you try to do a little bit this, the rice is there, you put it there, chapati is there, curry is there, they're not going to do it. They don't have patience. I'm going to go to the next guy who's going to have all the things ready. So that's the reason I want the I-140 to be approved, and then 485J supplement is submitted.
Okay. So the new I-140 and in premium, once I get everything, I should apply with that, the new one. Right?
That's right. That is a better strategy. Because I want to reiterate to the people, recently USCIS has indicated very clearly that if the EB3 is an amendment, your EB2 is gone. That's the reason in Tvasia in September of 2020, when not all the lawyers, but all the dumb lawyers, I would say, were telling that file it in the amendment. We told that do not file it in the amendment unless there is a corporate change. Do not file an amendment. Now the USCIS is telling that old I-140 is no longer valid anymore. So unfortunately, because of your lawyer's mistake, you will have to file. You file the I-140, you get the premium processing. Had your lawyer listened to our Tvasia, you would have been a very better situated than what you are right now. Next person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you and all the best. All right, let's take our next caller, and let's take this next question, Andy. This is from SP. It says, had EB2 and EB3 adjustment of status applications. They closed the EB2 application but issued the GC under the old EB3. The dates are not even current on application, but the category on the GC is E26. Does it mean they issued it under the EB2?
Absolutely, they issued under EB2. Celebrate the time. Flip a burger in McDonald's or be a Microsoft CEO. Yes, you are good.
Send us a few burgers while you're at it.
E2 and E26 and E27 is the code. If that's a code, you're doing very, very good. Congrats.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's take our caller.
And I just wanted to take the occasionally. Even though some people may have not received the 485J receipt notice by interfiling under EB2 to upgrade to EB2, even though some people have never done any efforts on the EB2 though, the USCIS has a right to take your EB2 application, and they have a right to approve your green card under EB2.
Okay.
So you're good. You have no problem with it.
Okay. Well, we wish that they would do more such things, but obviously not. Call her with phone number ending in 2838. We're ready for you now. Please press star 600 to unmute your line. Hello?
Good afternoon, Rahul and Nitya.
Good afternoon, sir. Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Rahul gar is site coach, I downgraded EB2, EB3 until October 2020. My TD is on July, June 26, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I got my EAD and AP. So while they are downgrading, they have done amendment, not for downgraded the application. That's a new, not a new file. So in case in coming months my EB2 is current, do I need to file EB2
you need to
I-140?
You need to file an I-140. I want you to file a EB2 I-140 right now. Okay. And then try to convert it to premium processing, have the other one I-140 approved too.
Okay. The other thing I just want to check on my when we are filing, my son is in India, but he came on October end. But as we don't have a receipt, we did not file for him. He's in now 16 years old. So I got a full-time opportunity right now. Okay, it's almost 120% hike. So what is your suggestion?
But you never filed the 485, so he's not locked in the age.
Yes.
I'm thinking of filing a 485 for you under EB2 right now.
Okay.
And the entire family with the current company. Even though you are getting 120% hike, I'm not going to take it right now. Because your child is not saved right now. I'm not going to sacrifice my child for 20% hike. So I would file the 485 under EB2 right now, file a concurrent application of I-140 and convert it to premium processing.
Okay. But it is in 2013, am I right? Not in, it's not filing date, final action date is not in current, am I right?
Yes, but in May of 2022, they're accepting the filing dates under EB2. You said your filing, your priority date is 2014, right? June 2014. Right now, the date is December 1st of 2014. You're good to file the 485 right now under EB2. And you can have the entire family.
Last time when I heard your one of your video, so when it is a final action date only, your child will be locked up.
That's right. That's right. So if you file right now, though, okay, we are expecting the final action date to be current by October. Maybe it will happen. Maybe it will not happen. Okay. So if you file the 485 right now, though, and let's say in October, it becomes current for June of 2014. Your son is locked in June 2014. Your son is locked in September 2014. In October 2014 or October or November of 2022, you can then change the job at that time, because then you don't have to wait for 6 months after the interfiling, after the refile. Remember, you're getting this 120% hike.
Come again?
If you wait for the final action date to be current to file the I-485 under EB2, okay? When will that happen? That will happen somewhere in September, is that right? And if you file the 485 in September or you upgrade in September, you have to wait for 180 days after that.
Yes.
But if you file right now, you would be able to leave the company in October or November of 2022.
So already I accepted the position. That's why I just want to cross it.
I would not. You need to consult a lawyer though before you sacrifice your son. I would not recommend that you accept it right now. Even though it's don't accept it, don't leave it under any circumstances because you don't want to sacrifice your child. Next person, please.
You can unaccept it. All the very best, sir. Thank you for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller.
Thank you.
And question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Nitin Soma. Says, is it going to make a difference if I send my interfiling packet not just to the California address, but also to the Texas Service Center where I'm having my pending AOS sitting?
You can send it. I mean, at the most, what will they do? They'll reject it. It's not going to be a problem. They can take it. They may send it to California and then get it back because the way USCIS works is, where is the nose? It's here. No, it's here. So definitely you can tell that the nose is here. My application is here. Just check the application. They may take it. They may reject it. I don't think so. You'll be at any loss by doing it in both places.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 8253. We're ready for you. 8253. Hello?
Hello? Yeah. Me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. You just went back on mute again. Star 600. Yeah. We're back.
Okay,
please go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Thanks for taking my call. I have one unique question. Actually, next week we have our EB3 green card interview, and it is through my wife. It's her straight up EB3 application. She's the primary. I'm the derivative dependent. But we don't have, my wife's priority date is not current. It was retrograde, but they still schedule an interview, which is we have it next week. We are planning to attend it. But I also have EB2 approval, and my priority date is current. Now we were just thinking, since we have
your final,
can we take
is your final action date current or filing date current?
No, final action date. I have my final action date is 2011, so it's current. So we were thinking, is it something we can? Yeah. So can we request at the interview officer? It's more like an inter-file request right there and then. I know it would be like changing from me to derivative to primary and primary to derivative. I don't even know if it's something can be entertained at the officer.
Very good question. Very tough question too. We have recommended for all the people never do interfiling in this particular situation to refile the entire application. However, though, because remember that these things, when they're sending the applications, they don't go to the adjudicating officers. I just showed you how the nose is, but that's not how they work. Remember when we were kids, they used to tell us to catch the ears like this instead of like this, okay? Like this. Yeah. And there is another way of catching under the legs also. I mean, I'm a very old guy. Under the legs also. Yeah, from the legs also. Now, so you don't want to confuse the officers about it. However, when you are going to the officer though, it may be easy to explain to that guy, look, the left ear is this side, the right ear is this side, okay? Can you do a favor to adjudicate my application? I would take the risk of doing the interfiling 485J application signed by your employer. I would take the daringness of taking there. It may be advisable to have a lawyer go with you and explain that situation to them too. It may be worth for you though. Yes, have you noticed that people have getting interviews when the prior date is not current? Yes, but in your, as I said that, in your case though, I would recommend you to take the 485J supplement, take the I-140 approval, take your W-2 forms, take your income tax returns, take the IRS tax returns directly and show to them you're working for the company, okay? And also take a letter from the employer supporting the 485 application of you and try your luck there. It depends if the officer is good enough, is smart enough to change all the things in their computer and adjudicate it, they can.
Okay, but would it harm though? Like just in case if you say, hey, okay, no, I can't do it, would it affect my wife's ongoing EB3 application?
If they cannot do it, it does. It definitely does not harm your wife application.
Okay.
When when would it harm the application is that when the guy does the change in an improper way and then tells that, okay, we'll adjudicate the application later on at a given time. And then he doesn't want to visit the application. It becomes complex at that point of time. Have I done, are there any cases where we have interfiled in this scenario where we did it? Did they got the green card? Yes, I would have to say yes. But it took a long time for us to get it. It took a lot of efforts to get it rather than directly filing the 485 application. Remember, previously we used to have an interview waiver. Only until recently you started getting the interviews though. So if it's an interview waiver, I would have just directly filed the application. Since you're going for the interview, I would take the risk if I were you.
Okay, just to take it. And do we need to, one more thing, like, do we need to like take the letter, request letter too, or this is just pretty much take 485 supplement J and all 140 approval and saying, hey, this is what I have?
I will take the employer letter, I will take the pay stubs, I will take the income tax returns, I will take the W-2s from past 3 years. I'll take all of those things because remember...
Yeah, those ones I would take it. It's just like request letter. Is it something do we need to like a type of official request letter saying, hey, can you switch me from here to like derivative to primary and primary derivative? Is that something needed or just the other letters and backup documents?
I would just write a document, that thing, and keep it ready and take it with me if I were you.
And would I bring it up like up front when I see him or like who I see, like if the guy looks good and if it's like more...
I know. It will be better to contact the lawyer. Yes, I would do it upfront to see and probably then also present it after the interview. We'll go to the next caller. There are too many questions.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Also, question for you, Rahul Garu. Says, this is from Nilabza Som. Says, received I-485 RFE for supplement J, but it is referring to I-140 from previous employer, even though we filed supplement J with the initial filing, I-140 approved. How do I respond to the RFE?
Oh, you just respond to them with the current I-140 approval. It's not a problem. In the 485J supplement, you will mention it. At the same time, when you're writing a response to the RFE, you mention to them, hey, USCIS officer, the I-140 should have been this one. This is the previous I-140 approval that you have referred to. That should be referred to this one. That's not a big deal, though. Overall, I'm still happy that he got an RFE.
Okay. All right. We have a call. Caller with phone number ending in 5894. Sorry. 5894. We're ready for you. Please press star 670 to unmute your line. Caller with number ending in 5894. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Nitya Garu. Hi, Rahul. Thank you for your service to the community. I have a question. My priority date is 2014 November, EB2, which is current under filing date. And since my I-140 is approved back in 2021, so do I need to file I-485 or I need to file I-485J because I'm not filing I-140 at this time because it's already been approved?
So you filed the downgrade application somewhere in October to December of 2020. Your I-140 is approved in 2021. Yes. And correct. Now the question is, should I file the I-485J supplement or file the entire 485 application? That's very hard.
I'm doing refiling.
Oh, you're doing refiling. If you're doing refiling, you have to file I-140, yes. I-485, I-485J. No, sorry, not I-140. I-485, I-485J, I-131, I-765. File all of them. You have to file I-485J.
Okay, I don't need to file I-485 or I need to file I-485J, I-131.
Wait. If you are refiling, when you're refiling you have to file the I-485. If you don't, there is no way of refiling. Is that right? So we agree upon the I-485. When it comes to the I-485J, though, if you're refiling, you have to file I-485J.
Got it. Yeah, I have another question. Since the current date is 2013 September for final action date, I meant to say, and the filing date is December 14, is there any way, end of this fiscal year, the date can catch us up and reach us 2014 December or 20 by end of this year, before October?
That is exactly we are anticipating though. If I look into the stats of the 485 application though, at the end of December 31st of 2021, the amount of applications pending is 253,000 applications though. They have only adjudicated 33,000 applications there by the first quarter. If they adjudicate all the applications though, they will meet the 290. They still won't meet the 290,000 actually. There will be still shortage though. We are anticipating that that it should reach if they do their job. If they do their job, the final action date should be definitely December 1st of 2014. Okay?
But meanwhile, from now till September, end of September, is there a chance that the filing date or final action date can ever retrogress back to some other date?
They can. It can.
By any other reason?
It can happen. It can happen. If they don't act fast, it can happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
so much for calling, Andy.
Yeah.
Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, two small questions, hopefully, for you. The first one is from Maharshi. Says, how long does USCIS background checks take? I have attended an interview 4 months ago and there's no decision yet.
Previously, the background checks before the biometrics were online, back in those era when things used to be manually, where we used to do the fingerprints, we used to mail our fingerprints to FBI. FBI checks those records in their particular thing and send it to us. It used to take anywhere between 12 months to about 40 months for the background checks.
My God.
Right now, with the technology of modern system, we don't have to do this. We go to the USCIS office, we do this, they get the background checks in 1 week to 10 days. Now, having said that, that is an excuse USCIS does it when the officer is lazy, that they are doing background checks.
Interesting, huh?
When they are lazy enough, they can't work on it. I am doing background check. What the dumb are you doing? He's not doing anything. He's just sitting. I am doing background check. That's a response that they do. So that's a lame excuse, but there is nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Other than writing the letters to adjudicated parties.
Okay. All right. Another quick question, Andy. This is from Osman Muhammad. Says, my brother is planning to take a Turkish citizenship. Will his GC filing when he comes to the US fall under ROW or India? He was born in India, by the way.
Unfortunately, he will be considered, he's be branded in India because he's born in India. And just for those people, it's getting citizenship won't change for the green card purposes. For the non-immigrant purposes, so they may be eligible from other visas. For example, Canadians are eligible for TN. Some of the country people are eligible. I don't know about Turkey. Turkey may be eligible for E2 visa. They may be eligible for E1 or E2 visa. But non-immigrant wise, it's the passport that controls. Immigrant wise, it's the place where you're born at that will control them. But one thing for the people that I want to tell that, the people who are born in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and some other countries in the Middle East, where they don't get the citizenship at the birth though, even though they are born, even though they're a citizen of India from the time of their birth to right now, for the purpose of the green card though, we do not have to consider them in India. They will be moving into UAE and Saudi quota.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Thank you, sir. And let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 4768. We're ready for you. 4768. Hello. Please press *6, Andy, to unmute your line. Caller with number ending in 4768. Hello.
Hey, Nitya. Hi, Rahul.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
My call. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
My PD is April 2013, and I downgraded and submitted during October 2020.
Of course, you did.
I interfiled and upgraded to EV2. I submitted 485J first week of March. My case has been moved to NBC during the third week of March. And as of last week, it has moved to a Denver field office. So I have a couple of questions here. I haven't gotten my 485J receipt. So moving to the field office, can I interpret that they're considering my case in EB2? And second question is, there is no clarity between what happens in NBC and what happens in field office. So if you can explain from your experience, Rahul, that would be super helpful.
One thing, I cannot tell whether they're considering under EB2 or EB3. It's not certain. We cannot tell. The best way, probably, maybe you can file a Freedom of Information to find out. That's one thing that you can do. FOIA USCIS and ask a copy of the 482 application. The way the National Benefit Center, there are some adjudication officers that are sitting in the National Benefit Center. They can approve the application by themselves, though. Or the National Benefit Center can move the files to the district offices, though. The Texas Service Center and Nebraska Service Center, for some reason, they used to have an authority to move it to the district offices. For some reason, they took it off. I don't know when it happened. So only National Benefit Center can move it to the district office. So once it moved to the National Benefit Center, if the officers are not there to adjudicate your application, then they will move to the district office. But all these things, what is happening with you right now, seems to be going exactly what I would like my file to happen. Because right now they're not adjudicating in Texas and Nebraska Service Center. I want it moved to the National Benefit Center. I want it to move to the district offices because so that it can be adjudicated faster. So things are going in your favor. Now, EB2, EB3 is something which I don't know. I don't know whether they're considering under EB2 or EB3. Okay.
Got it. Thanks all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Folks, I know we have a lot of callers and a lot of people on the live chat as well. We're trying to take as many questions as possible, but unfortunately, no matter how much time we spend, we're always out of time. So thank you for being on the show today, Rahul Garu, as always, and helping our community and a whole lot of immigrants. I know people are calling from all over the country and they're very happy to have your very direct sort of help in terms of not mincing words and like really giving them an assessment on their situation. So thank you so much for that, Andy.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
And to all our viewers, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back same time, same place next week. So until then, have a great week. Thank you and bye.
సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూజెర్సీ కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27 నుంచి మే 29 వరకు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. మత్తెక్కించే మాటలు, ఆకట్టుకునే ఆటలు, పల్లవించే పాటలు,
కన్నులాంటి కన్నులున్న చిన్నులాంటి పిల్ల ఐ లవ్ యూ హారిక నీ ప్రేమకి జోహారిక,
రూతలూగించే నృత్యాలు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి ప్రత్యేక ఆకర్షణగా నిలవనున్నాయి. రసమయి బృందం జానపదాలు, పల్లె పదాలతో అలరించనుంది. మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి సుమా రవి తమ యాంకరింగ్ తో మరింత ఆకర్షణ తీసుకురానున్నారు. రాక్ స్టార్ దేవిశ్రీ ప్రసాద్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ప్రముఖ గాయని గీతామాధురి, గాయని గాయకుల బృందం సంగీత విభావరి వీణుల విందుగా వినిపించనుంది. సుస్వరాల సునీత గానం మరో ప్రత్యేకం. కప్రిషియో బ్యాండ్ బాజా మోగనుంది. ఈవెంట్ లో నవ్వులు రువ్వే అదిరే అభి, రాకెట్ రాఘవ, జబర్దస్త్ కామెడీ షో స్పెషల్ అట్రాక్షన్. కమనీయంగా రమణీయంగా యాదాద్రి కళ్యాణం నిర్వహించనున్నారు. టీటీఏ స్టార్ హంటుతో పాటు ప్రేక్షకులకు కనువిందు చేసే ఎన్నో ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు మీకోసం. మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ కి తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ అందరికీ సాదర స్వాగతం పలుకుతోంది. For more details, please visit www.ttaconvention.org.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
డార్లింగ్ డేరింగ్ అందాల రాసి మల్లెపువ్వు లాంటి సుకుమారి డార్లింగ్ డార్లింగ్ డేరింగ్ అందాల రాసి మల్లెపువ్వు లాంటి.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
డార్లింగ్ డేరింగ్ అందాల రాసి మల్లెపువ్వు లాంటి సుకుమారి డార్లింగ్ డార్లింగ్ డేరింగ్ అందాల రాసి మల్లెపువ్వు లాంటి.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూజెర్సీ కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27 నుంచి మే 29 వరకు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. మత్తెక్కించే మాటలు,